Hello guys, this is me Tyler and welcome back to Malevolence. Um, Something I kind of just decided on while I was doing this is that I want to call myself Tyler instead of Lucky henceforth on this channel at least, because I've mentioned this to the other guys on the server a while back and it's kind of weird and amusing, I think ironic at the same time. I go by 3 different names on this channel. My channel name is Pwnagebucket, which has like absolutely nothing to do with my Minecraft name, which is my username, which has absolutely nothing to do with the name that I go by, Lucky. So I'm sure like people who don't know me through RuneScape, I just confuse the shit out of them. So I think I'm just gonna go by Tyler on this channel instead of Lucky. I'm not gonna introduce myself as Lucky anymore because it makes a little more sense than calling myself Lucky. Tyler's a real name, and besides, most people like on the server at least call me Tyler anyways. So yeah, that's something I think I'm gonna try to change if I can remember it. It's such a habit for me just to say hello everyone, it's me Lucky at this point. So who knows? But yeah, just something I thought about. So you might see that I'm just mining a lot of obsidian here. I'm just in the end these giant pillars of obsidian. I took one and I'm almost down to ground level, sort of. You can see the top was up there. I've got about 4. I got 4 stacks exactly. Awesome. Yeah, I got 4 stacks of obsidian. I don't really have any specific need for this at the time, but something I kind of, the way I play Minecraft is a little bit different, I think, from the other guys on the server. Adam and Alex primarily. I am not a very creative person. I'll admit that. I've never really have been. I'm kind of more of a logical thinker. I just do what works, and yeah, and as long as it works, then I'm pretty much fine with it. I just don't have that kind of creativity to come up with like all these new designs and fancy things like that. I try every now and then, and I get the inspiration too, but it's just not that big of a concern to me. But I do want to make some larger builds in the server here, just to have something nice, like they do. They have nice things. I just have a little cave. But the one problem that I face with that is that I don't have blocks really to do it. Really, the only blocks I have a lot of is like dirt and what is it, netherrack. I was gonna call it hellstone, but I know it's not that. So for the past hour, probably hour and a half or so, I've been getting a bunch of nether brick and now obsidian, and this is just going to be like to have on hand if I ever want to use it for a build, because I do like how this looks. Another thing that I want to make a quick note on is that we are building the start of our spawn village. It's more just like a giant circle with stuff in it right now. Nothing fancy. Well, the design is fancy, but there's like no actual practical purpose to it other than just looking fancy. It's great to kill yourself with. Troy can demonstrate that for you in his video if he wants to. He did plenty last night. But I might show you guys that in this video here. Yes, okay. It's like I knew I was going somewhere with that. The other guys on the server, they all use their own custom texture packs, and like it involves like all the blocks changing, like a lot of the items and whatnot. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in a past video. I like to try to keep it close to default, my texture pack. I don't like to use something that's too crazy and looks way different from the normal one, even if it looks better in my opinion, because I like it to where like I can play the game and show you guys what I'm doing, and you guys can all at a glance see what's what, and you know what it is because it looks just like the normal default Minecraft. Everyone knows what like the default textures look like. If I was to go back into like the default textures, and even if I showed you a brand new item, like you would probably know what it is with the default texture pack, but if I had like my own custom one, you might not. Yeah. I don't think I really have like this right here, that this food, you probably won't know what it is because it looks a little different from the default, but that is pork. Yep. Steak looks a little bit different and everything like that too. But yeah, I like the item textures I have. It's not my own edits. It's from, I think it's called the Wayukin texture pack or something like that. All the block changes are pretty much my own, and I really haven't edited too many blocks. It's just like obsidian, cobblestone, stone I made a little bit darker, I think, and bedrock. I think that's really all about what I did. Yep. So yeah, I don't want to change the default texture packs too much, and because of that, the spawn, I think it doesn't look quite as good for me as it does for the other guys, because they fancied up their blocks a bit more. But I'll show you guys. It still looks really good, and we still have quite a bit to do with it. But yeah, just throwing that out there, because they're like, oh, this looks fucking amazing, oh my god, this is like the best design ever. And like, to me, I'm still like, it looks decent, but I don't think it's that amazing. But then I switch over to one of their other texture packs and I'm like, oh yeah, this looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and finish mining up this pillar. I'm almost done here. And then I will go ahead and show you guys what we got for this spawn here. Alright, fix that, and that pillar is pretty much gone. And I noticed there's still one of these little towers still in commission. I think that's the word I'm looking for. So I'm going to destroy it. I was too low. Too high. Perfect. Alright. That's destroyed. I thought about just keeping it around just for the lulz, because we still had one after killing the dragon, but I think it would just kind of annoy me that there's just one left, so I decided to get rid of it. Yep. So one thing I want to do today, I didn't realize someone put a chest here. Oh, I think that was me from a long time back, actually. Like when I first started coming to the nether. Or not the nether, the end. Go away. There we go. One thing I want to do is clean up this little pathway here, and I want to put a rail line right down the middle. Because although this is cool, you know, walking, even though I have ender pearls, I'd rather just take a minecart, especially going back up. So I think I'll try doing that in this episode here. I'm thinking maybe I put like sandstone on the side, since it goes more with the end stone look here. So I'm probably going to grab a shovel and go to the desert that I have, where I got the sand for Alex's little prank there. I'll probably get some sandstone because of that, make stairs and slabs and all that good stuff, because I don't have any of that to build with. Where? There you are. Fucking hell. I heard you. What the fuck? I didn't even look at you yet. Just get the fuck over here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the spawn in just a minute here. I'll walk over to it. I don't know if I mentioned, but I put the egg right back there after Adam stole it. Yep. So here we are. Just going to ender pearl out of here if I can. I'll try to speed it up. There we go. That works. And spawn is over this way. There we go. See, you can see we're building a big giant circle pattern thing majig here, with a lava fountain in the middle, which Troy thought was like fucking awesome to run into over and over and over and over and over. I don't know why. He's a little crazy, that kid. But yeah, to each their own. So we have this little texture on the bottom here, and we're doing the corners here. I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to raise the walls right here up, and like have just this be like a big dome room, so to speak. And right here it's going to be archways that lead out to like different parts of what's going to be the spawn village per se. And in here we'll just have like little necessity things. Yeah, this is just basically the courtyard place for the spawn village, because this is the general area where you spawn. It's not going to be any one specific point always. So that's why we just have a larger area for the spawn point instead of one specific point. Thought that was a creeper for a second. So I guess I can just go ahead and fill in this one corner here that wasn't done. Where is it? This one right here. So it looks like yeah, obsidian is in all these little one holes here. Was that? No, he ran out another brick too. Okay. Oopsies. There we go. I heard. Oh, that was me. I thought I heard like a creeper sneaking up on me. I was like, oh no, that's not good. That's no bueno. It was just my imagination. Alright, so there's that. And that's... Ah, god damn it! It's like right when I go to click, I know, oops, that's not going to be right. It's, okay, it's every other space, so... Just like this here. There's that. And I think that is really all that we need, right? He needs stone bricks there. We have stone bricks, I thought. Unless he ran out. You must have ran out. There we go. Maybe you didn't see those. Alright. Let's go put those in. So it's just going in. Yeah, just in like these horizontal patterns here. Ew, geesh, I'm like not doing too well with the block placement today. And I guess we just got that there. God damn it! What the fuck? There's that. Got one right there, and then we have to have the nether brick there, and nether brick's right here too. That's gonna be stone brick. That's stone brick. That's stone brick. Alright, so we just need to get the nether brick in. That's not right, is it? No, that is right. That's just gonna be okay. Yeah, that threw me off for a second. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish that, and then what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little work on the ender rail, and then I'm not sure. This is probably just gonna be a mishmash of a whole bunch of different little projects today. So, yep, I'll just show you guys what I do today with my spare time. Yeah. So let me go ahead and finish that, and I will see you guys in a sec. All right, so it has been over a day since I last recorded. Same with Alex, ironically, with his last video. So this is the slaughterhouse that I made in the last episode. Alex came by and he made some changes to it. He made it a little fancier because I had mentioned in the video that I was just going for, you know, simplicity, something that works, and it worked. He touched it up a little bit, and then I touched it up a little bit more. I added a second story, which I will go ahead and show you guys. I think the design is really, really nice. I actually like it quite a lot. Yeah, I really like it. So here we go. We just go inside. He had pressure plates on the outside too, but when I ran inside to escape from the mobs, you know, they were opening the door too. And I don't want to risk like a creeper walking on in here when I'm just like AFKing. Because I tend to go AFK when I'm in here. And yeah, it's definitely working out pretty well. Look at all these cows. It's crazy. AFK inside of like this room right here to make sure that like the time passes for these guys to be able to breed again and for the little baby cows to grow up. Because if you're not in the area, the baby cows will still stay as baby cows no matter how long it's been. So I took off some of the chests here and I put the furnaces here because, as Alex said, that was missing. I was trying to figure out where I could put them, but I didn't want to put it in the floor or anything, so I just decided to put them here. We don't really need that many chests. I mean, that's a lot of wheat, and that would be even more beef if that was full. So yeah, there's a wheat, there's a beef, crazy amount of cows. So I mean, I just go in and just like spam with the wheats to make it work. And then I added the second story here. This is mostly because when it was at night, I wanted a bed, so I have beds here. There's an ender chest, which I'll probably keep my looting sword in, so I can just come and grab it without always having to carry it around. And this is just for miscellaneous stuff. If we need to use a chest, I could probably like throw some of the wood in there, and the glass. Yeah, I'll just keep that in there, and that too, and the ladders, and the signs. I have some lamps in the ceiling there, and that's nice because it lights up the top too. I can probably just go ahead and show you guys the top here. One second. It's not really designed to be seen, the top of the thing. Oh, spider. Let's see if we can get this first shot. Yeah, that's too far. Yep. Okay, let's try this again. That's weird. That's glitchy. Bingo! Yeah, I just used levers on the top here to make the lamps lights, because this is all half slabs, so mobs can't spawn on top. And then I just have the sides here. I have it lit up, so it looks decent and it's symmetrical, so mobs shouldn't spawn in the area, well, except for that like one spider. I just need to light up the area overall a bit more. But yeah, I really like how that came out. Definitely useful. I don't mind if other people use it. I would ask for them to breed the cows before they go ahead and slaughter them, so we can get some of the babies in there and keep the supply high. But pretty often I'll just like AFK in there for like an hour or so if I'm doing something at around the house, and breed them when I'm done. So the one other thing that's we worked on a little bit is the ender rail. Oh shit! I thought that was gonna be on the roof right with the creeper. And then I was like, oh no, it's going to explode. Oh, this is going to be horrible. Yeah, we worked on the ender rail. I don't know why I say that all the time. And the spawn we didn't really do anything with yet, but we'll probably try to get some done soon here. We just need to get people in there. I think the biggest thing is just going to be getting like the walls up, and from there we can just mess around with it. You know, as long as we don't procrastinate. So I fixed the rail lines a little bit. These power rails were like too far apart originally, so that when you try to send it back to this point, oh well, we'll just take it like this way. So when you try to send it back up, it didn't reach the next powered rail and it wouldn't work. So that was to fix that. If you're actually inside the cart, it doesn't really matter. But considering we're going to the end and it's a one-way trip, you know, it's not really, you don't ride it back. So that's just to send it back like that. And here we go into the end. There's that. Here's the portal. No silverfish, thank God. And here is the ender rail. So I have a little chest here with minecarts. I need to put more minecarts in there. But it's pretty simple. This sandstone stairs on the sides with cobblestone, because we're trying to keep more of a cobblestone theme with the endstone, I think. Because that's kind of how the whole area, the Enderman Farm, actually looks like. Then we just have some lamps in the ceiling and down below. We have it underneath the powered rails. Yeah, because it's a good spot. It works out. And they're spaced evenly, so things shouldn't spawn in there. So I'm going to go ahead and take this here. Now, one thing that I didn't even think about when I was designing this is that their endstone, they have different colored endstone. I know Alex has like white instead of yellowish, and Adam has blue. So to them this looks way different than it does to me. I did sandstone because it blends in with the endstone pretty well. And because from like every build that I've seen them do so far on the server, they all like seem to love sandstone. I'm a little iffy on it. I don't really particularly like how sandstone looks most of the time. But I thought it something that they liked and it fit with the end stone, so that's why I did it. And then when Alex saw it, like it didn't match and all that stuff, because this is white and this is beige, and he was like, I asked him if he liked it and he was like, yeah, sure. I was like, that's reassuring. But then once he switched to the default, he understood. So that just leads to the farm. You know, we don't have like a launch point because it's not really necessary. There's really no like room to do it with, so it's just simple. You know, it works the way it should, and the inside looks decent, which is the important part because you're not going to be looking at it from the outside. So yeah, that's really all there is. In regards to like this rail and the texture packs, I designed pretty much everything around the default texture pack just because it's like the more universal one. You know, everyone can use the default texture pack and see what it looks like in the default texture pack. If you make your own edits, things look different. Adam was joking around with that, or not really joking, he was serious, but he mentioned that in like the little rap he has in his latest video, his 1,000 subscriber special. Congratulations, by the way, Adam. Yeah, I like to have the default texture pack, not because I think it looks the best, far from it. There's, you know, other texture packs that I love, but I like having it where people can understand what something is without a, like, the texture packs isn't so confusing that you don't know what it is. I think I mentioned that earlier in this episode too. Yes, I did when I was talking about Spawn. So it applies twice in the same episode with 2 different projects. Huh. Yeah. So yeah, I like default texture pack just for that reason, not because it looks or anything. And any edits I make will try to be as close to the default as possible, but just try to look a little nicer. So you can still tell what it is, but just looks nicer. So that's really all I have for you guys right now. I think I really like how that looks. I gotta say that. Thank you, Alex, for, you know, fancying it up a little bit. Couple things I want to do next. I'm kind of thinking about scrapping the whole house on the ocean thing, because honestly I don't use this house like much at all. I like having caves. I like being in the caves. On Legacy, my whole base was down in the cave in the ravine, and I liked how that was turning out. I think what I want to do is something similar to Nebrus's base. For those who know it, it's just like a giant underground base. It's amazing. I love what he's done with it. I want to do something similar to that, but I want to do it far enough away where it doesn't interfere with other people's stuff, and I can make it big and confusing on all that stuff. And I would just have like everything down to that base. I would have like wheat farms, cow farms, and like the mass storage area that I still have planned out. So I might do something with that. I think I'd move it even further away than where I have the house on the water. That might just be like another side project or something. Who knows? Yeah, that's really all I have to show you guys and talk about in this episode. No, actually there was one more thing. I'm sorry. The other project I was thinking of doing soon is the Bedrock Arena. Because as some of you might know, if you go down to Bedrock level, the fog, the void fog down that level, you can't see through it. It's like very short distance. It's like if I turned video settings to, let's see, tiny. How does this work? It's even shorter than that, honestly. Yeah, it's like half of that. Like I could be standing right here, and I don't think I'd be able to see the portal. So we want to make it an arena kind of like that. It'd be similar to, for those who have seen it, the Mindcrack guys built like a little paintball arena, which was awesome. It's just like a competition. They have bows and regular bows and shoot each other. Something like that. I think maybe like wooden swords instead of like swords or bows. You can use either one. And just it'll have like obstacles and probably little buildings and whatnot to travel around. Yeah, but it'd be cool stuff, and I think that we want to do that next because it would just be something fun to do. In the meantime, we could have like little competitions and whatnot. So expect one of those soon. Yep, that's it. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked the video, I never say this, but if you guys liked the video, I would always appreciate a like on the video, like, you know, pressing the like button. You guys would be surprised how much that would actually help in like getting a person's name out there. It makes a huge difference, huge difference. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, much appreciated, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. You know what, my apologies, I forgot one last thing to do for this episode. You know, changing the render distance makes a huge difference in my frames per second. I'm going to try to keep that down for videos. I have people to thank for subscribing, so let me go ahead and move my window down a little bit so I can read it. So since the last episode, I've actually got quite a few people. Thank you. The Fresh Llama subscribed August 28th. RNJ Vids August 28th. VPray HD today, as I'm making this, August 29th. And Ryan Faulkner. If I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry. It's a cool last name though. I like how it looks. Also today, August 29th. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed the videos. And with that, this video is done. So I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye.